Hello and welcome back again. My name is Ender16 and today, welcome to the patch notes for the 6.21 patch, or the Halloween patch, is what it basically is. So this patch is actually the final patch, basically, for Season 6, because the next patch, which is most likely going to be called the 6.22 patch, is going to be all about the preseason. It's all the preseason changes, getting ready for Season 7. So, now that's set in stone, let's cover the 6.21 patch. So, starting off, let's start with the skins, like we always do. First with Little Devil Teemo. So, the whole ongoing meme for League of Teemo being Satan is now actually a thing. Kinda. As Teemo's now got the Satan skin. It's like, it feels like Riot's just trying to take all of the memes that the community has, and instead of having them as memes, actually have them as features. We can see that with replays now coming to the game. We've got Sandbox coming to the game. We've got the fucking Teemo skin. Like, what other meme are they going to cross out next? There's a few memes that people keep trying to direct to League and stuff, but it seems like Riot's doing a great job at getting rid of all of them by actually making them a actual thing. But talking about this skin is actually pretty darn cool. I actually quite like it. I actually think this is a really interesting skin for Teemo, and unlike a majority of his other skins, it doesn't just change his particle on his ultimate. Instead, this time round, it changes everything. Obviously, I'm not talking about the Alpha Squad Teemo, since that's an entire different price, because that's a legendary. We're just talking about the others, like the 975s and the 1350s. They don't really have new particles, really. They just have like a few color changes. So this you can kind of say this is the first true one of them skins for Teemo, which is quite cool. So next up, we have Morgana. So at the start of the year, we did get the Lunar Wrath, I think it was called, the Lunar Wrath Morgana, which I think when I did that video, if I did ever do it, I think I ended up saying that it was one of the worst skins that they released in quite a while, which it was. I thought it was actually a really bad quality skin. And this one is definitely better than that one. Clearly, it's so much better. However, again, I don't think Riot are great at making Morgana skins, as a lot of the Morgana skins that they release now, at least, are not that great, to be fair. I love the champion. It's not me bashing on the champion at all. It's just, I don't know. It's probably just like the model or something. Something is off. And it just makes Morgana and her skins just look crap every time they release something for her. So maybe a time for a visual update if that's the case. I don't know, but this skin is interesting. I do like the particles on it. It is a 975, so it's definitely a lower quality version than the other two, which are 1350s. But nevertheless, this is still a pretty cool skin. And if you are a Morgana main, probably pick it up. Possibly. And next up, we also then have the final one, which is the Tristana. So, Bewitching Tristana is basically Tristana as a cat. Basically. Now, one thing I actually really do like about this skin is that it has like a little bit of a story to it, and it's all told with Morgana. So, basically, with Morgana and her skin, is that in the splash art of the Morgana skin, there is a cat in the background playing with the cauldron. The thing is, this cat is actually a white cat, and that's very specific and very important because Tristana is also a white cat. Now, that may not be, probably going like, that doesn't mean jack shit. Well, when you start looking at the second story that this Morgana skin tells, is that Morgana throws a frog into a cauldron, and then that spawns either the Teemo skin or the Bat Ward. Seriously, that is what happens when she throws this frog in. And even that frog actually even has its own story with Morgana, because if you use the Morgana skin, you start doing a recall, a portal will open behind her and the frog will pop out. Well, that portal is actually the portal from the Dark Star Thresh. So, Dark Star Thresh came out a while ago now. It's a legendary, and when he recalls, a frog comes out of nowhere, starts hopping around, he looks at it, he's all excited, happy about it, and then the thing gets sucked into a portal. And that specific portal is the one that appears behind Morgana, meaning that this frog went from the Dark Star Thresh all the way to bewitching Morgana, which is actually pretty darn cool. So, taking that story of the frog going into either the Teemo or the Ward, kind of then just shows that the cat in the background of the Morgana splash is Tristana, which I actually thought was pretty cool. I actually quite like those little Easter eggs. It's pretty darn sweet, if you ask me. So yeah, that's that really. So that's all the skins, but there are a few chromas. So there are in total 2 different chromas for skins. So there are 5 for the Dunk Master Darius, which is kind of cool. I don't think these chromas are great. I actually think they're a little bit crappy. I don't think that they even match the original skin. But if you are interested in them, they are there. And the other chroma is actually for Headmistress Fiora. Now, I actually really like these chromas. I actually think a few of them do look pretty sweet. And if you definitely own this skin for Fiora, then maybe consider picking 1 or 2 up if you are interested. But obviously, you gotta remember they are chromas, so there won't be too much of a change other than just the colours. Obviously, it's the point of a chroma. Other than that, I did mention it earlier, we have the Ward. So this is a vampire ward, and yeah, there's not much else I can say. It's a bat that's coming out of Cauldron. Kinda. Also, a very specific detail that's actually pretty cool about this is that if you actually look at all the other wards, when you place them down, it has a set animation that will play. However, this one doesn't have just 1 set animation, it has 2. Which means, when you place it down, you have a 50-50 chance of one of the 2 animations being played, which is kind of cool. It's a bit different. We've not seen that before for a ward. It's not important, but it's a thing. Next up, we have some splash art changes, and both of them are for Vladimir. Which, now, these 2 Vladimir changes of his splash arts, I actually think they look pretty darn cool, if you ask me. And I don't know what else so much to say about these, because they are the lower quality ones. It's the... I can't remember the name of the skins now. It was the Count Vladimir, I think the first one was. So there's the Count Vladimir, and the second one is like Marcus or something. No, it's not Marcus. That's a fucking name. I don't know. I can't remember the exact name of the second Vladimir one, but either way, that's the 2 new splash arts for the 2 Vladimir skins. Kinda cool. There's not much else to say, really. They're just cool. Now, other than that, to do with the summoning Teemo event thing, that there are now 5 wards. 5 icons, sorry. And 2 of them you can actually buy in the store. The other 3 are actually specials. So, the pumpkin one is you have to gift someone anything. You can gift them a fucking room page. Doesn't matter what. Just give someone something and you will get the pumpkin icon. If you want the Teemo icon, you need to beat the Doombots, which is not an easy task, but if you play it right, you can easily do it. Take Smite. Great tactic. And the final ward, which is the minion one, it's literally just go on their little summoning website thingy that they've released for the Teemoing, and there's a little mini game where you just click on a fucking button. So you just play cookie clicker until you get 500 minion clicks or whatever it is, and then you just unlock the ward. You unlock the icon, that's it. That's literally all you have to do. So if you haven't done that, just go and hop on over there, get a free icon. It's kind of cool. So next up, a nice little change that you would have noticed by now, because I'm actually recording this on patch day. But if you guys actually go into your game and you start loading into your games and stuff, you will notice in the bottom right corner, there is now a little loading circle thing. That's basically to tell you whether or not you are loading the game or if your client has crashed. So it's a nice little indicator, but I don't see how it's useful, to be fair, because if it's crashed, it would say program not responding. So I don't know. So other than that, I have mentioned it before, Doombots are in the game. So Doombots is the current game mode that's going to be going on over the Teemoing. So it's basically the old Doombots, but this time they've added a few more elements to it, and they've also added a super mega boss, which is just the little devil. Teemo just comes out and fucks your day, basically. So there's that. And then finally, but not least, they have brought back the personal store, which is kind of cool. I've already opened mine. Mine's absolutely shockingly shite. But if you guys get anything interesting, post it down below. And yeah, that's basically the entire patch. The patch was really interesting. There was a few little nice, cool little things they've added, but because this is a seasonal event, because it is the Halloween one, it means that a majority of this stuff will not be staying in the game. Now, if you want patch notes, if you want the specific patches such as buffs and nerfs, then I recommend go and check out the actual patch notes, or go over and check out Surrender 20, where all of the news can be found over there, and all the stuff from the PBE, and anything that's not even in the game yet, you can actually go over there, and it's all in. So, anyway, other than that, guys, hope you've all enjoyed today's video. Remember to do all the normal YouTubey stuff, and I will see you all in the next video. Till then, everyone, peace out.